Well, greetings all. We are coming at you from the side of Highway 2 here in northwestern Montana. Well, we're just about 10 miles west of the town of Libby, Montana. We're gonna go check out the Kootenai River and Kootenai Falls, and there's a suspension bridge here, so let's go check it out. As you can see, this is just a roadside stop here, and it's pretty busy being right on the highway. And they do have a little kind of gift shop, snack bar, sell hot dogs and soda and sandwiches and that. A little picnic area. Looks like it's about a half-mile walk down to the falls and the bridge. You do have to cross the railroad tracks to get to the suspension bridge, and that requires going up some steps. We'll show those when we get there, but it's a nice little picnic area in here. This is the bridge going over the railroad tracks here. Get lucky, we'll see a train go underneath us. And there's a few stairs getting down the other side of the railroad bridge here. There's a little split in the trail here, one way to the falls, one way to the bridge. We'll start with the falls. Here we are at the falls. Wow, look at that. The color of that water. Okay, here we are at the suspension bridge. See a few folks walking across there. They call it the swinging bridge, and it is definitely swinging and bouncing. Let's wait for all these folks to cross and see if we can get over there. Okay, here we are. We're gonna do it. Got both hands on my phone, so no holding on to the sides. Woo. Yeah, it gets a little bit of bounce going. Kind of sketchy. Yeah, once you get in the middle, it really starts bouncing. Okay, almost across. You gotta do it. And this way. Ooh, the sun's starting to come out too. It's gonna start looking real pretty. We made it. Well, I would say this is worth the stop. If you're ever coming down Highway 2, you see the signs for Kootenai Falls, go check it out. It's worth it. All right, well, it is time to head back. Just don't drop my phone off this bridge, huh? All right, it is time to roll on out of here and find a camp. Well, I'm pretty sure this is going to be the last camp for me in Montana. We'll be moving into Idaho in the next few days or so. But for now, we're going to say away we go. We are rolling through the little town of Troy, Montana. So I guess the Kootenai Falls there is in between, just about smack dab in between Troy and Libby, Montana. Actually thought Troy was going to be a lot smaller of a town. It's a pretty dang small town, but hey, they got a bowling alley, grocery store. Let's see, I am all gassed up. I did notice they had a laundromat too. I could kind of stand to do laundry, but I think I'm going to wait to the next town. So the gas is $3.36, $3.32. Seems to be about the going rate since I've been in Montana. And I'm already coming up on a month I've been in Montana. It really flew by. Of course, I was grounded for a little bit there. I hurt myself when I fell at the river. Took about a week to recover from that. And then I waited another week for my registration and tags until I found out they got misdirected. So now I gotta wait another week for that, but I'm gonna have them sent to the next town I'm heading towards. That looks like about it for Troy, Montana. Let's keep on trucking. All right, we are coming up on the state line here. It is time to say goodbye to Montana. Hello to Idaho. Welcome to Idaho. Hello, Idaho. Goodbye, Montana. It doesn't look any different to me. Okay, well, we found ourselves a gravel road here. We're going to go try to find a lakeside camp, or a camp close to a lake anyway. Way up here in northern Idaho, near Bonners Ferry, Idaho. Way up in the panhandle, so pretty short distance to get from the east side of the state to the west side, this far up north, so we're kind of like right in the middle, well, maybe a little bit to the east. I'm just trying to slow my roll a little bit. I have my mail coming into a small town in Washington, in northeastern Washington, so thought I'd try to kill a few days while I'm passing through Idaho here, time it out so when I get into Washington I'll be able to pick up my mail, camp out for a little bit, and then it'll be time to move on into Canada. I'll be heading towards Vancouver Island. So going to meet up with Kelly. We're going to do some camping. She's got a big backpack trip planned she had to get a permit for. So she's got a time frame on her end, so I'm going to try to catch her after her hike. She's going to do a 50-mile hike on the coast of the island. I was going to try to join her, but it's a tough one to get a permit for. I just wasn't able to get a permit in time. So I'm going to go see if I can find a camp spot. It is a Monday afternoon. It is warm though, so I'm hoping that there'll be an available camp at this campground here. As far as my research shows, this is a Forest Service campground, no fee. We'll find out what it's like. I don't think the sites are like right on the lake, but very, very close to the shoreline. Short walk down there so I can bring the paddleboard down. I should check the elevation. Haven't done that for a little bit. Yeah, still around 2,500 feet. Feels like we're way up in the mountains, but the elevation really isn't that high. Anyway, we're going to wind our way down this gravel road here. A little bit of washboard, so I'm just going to take it easy. It is early enough in the day. If this doesn't work out, I've got a couple other backup spots, which I usually try to do, just in case. You never know. So we'll find out shortly. Idaho Panhandle National Forest. Boat launch and campground. Boat launch day use and then camping. Well, there's an open site right off the bat. That's a good sign. Looks like there's a couple campers here, that's it. And I think I'm seeing 8 sites. Okay, let's go settle on a site here. Okay, I think I settled on a campsite here. There are about 6 available campsites. I checked out each one. This is the one that's kind of away from the other occupied sites, has the most level parking spot for the van, and the biggest clearing in the trees to be able to get sun on the solar panels. So I think I'm going to camp here. Unfortunately, every one of the available sites here has trash in the fire pit, full up to the rim almost. I can't stand when people do that. It's pack it in, pack it out. There's no trash cans in the campground. That means you pack out your trash with you, not leave it in the fire pit for the next campers. So fortunately, I think I do have a big trash bag somewhere, so I'll get this site cleaned up for the next person. This is a no-fee U.S. Forest Service campground. Some people might say, well, why doesn't the Forest Service get rid of the trash for you? It's a free site. It's like you really expect to be able to camp for free and have people pick up the trash after you. So anyway, that's enough for my rant there. I'll give you a shot of the campsite. Yeah, so this is it here. We do have a little bit of a clearing in front of the van there. Should be able to get a little bit of sun at high noon. And yeah, unfortunately the fire pit is almost packed to the brim here. We got a little bit of everything. We've got plastic, we've got paper, we've got aluminum cans, we've got hot dogs, I mean books. This is ridiculous. That's my little pet peeve there, but I'll get that cleaned up and haul it out of here. It's just, you know, not the fact that it's left behind, but it attracts, you know, wildlife, and yeah, just overall, that's a no-no. Don't do that, guys. But nice big table here. Again, nice level spot for the van. I am getting 1 bar of self-service outside of the van. If I sit right at this table here, it's something about this spot right here. I kind of walked around to different sites, and for whatever reason, this gets me 1 bar of service, and I can get on Google Maps and do a little research for my travels once I depart here. I'm pretty close to the vault toilet, but there's no odor coming from it, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. And yeah, it's a warm one today. It's about in the mid-80s, and there is a little trail down here that goes right to the lake. There's a dock at the lake you can fish from, or launch a boat, or a little swimming area there. There's quite a few people using it for day use today. It is a warm day. So I think I'm going to inflate the paddleboard up here and just walk down this trail with it and be able to paddle around and swim. And yeah, just beat the heat hanging out at the lake. Okay, I think I'm going to get the paddleboard out and inflate it and head on down to the water, cool off a little bit. Okay, well, we made it out on the water here. This is a very small lake. There's one in there. It's actually some properties. See 1, 2, 3 places. And swing it around behind me here, and there's the other end of the lake, pretty small. The water is very comfortable. I don't know how deep it is here, but I'm going to go ahead and slip off the paddleboard here and get wet. Just kind of hang out and float around. Okay, fire pit is back to being functional. Got all that trash out of there, bagged up. Was able to pick up quite a bit of the trash scattered about. There's a bunch of mini marshmallows over here. I ain't touching those, but pretty much got everything else. Found a couple more cooked hot dogs under the picnic table there, and yeah, just a lot of stuff scattered about. But we got it all tidied up, cleaned up for the next campers. Hopefully it's not the people that left all the trash when I cleaned up for that come back and camp here next. Give them a bad message there, thinking that they can just keep doing that and people clean up after them. I ain't your mother. Well, we had a pretty warm day today, over 90 degrees, about 7 p.m. and we've been hearing rolling thunder for like the last hour, and all of a sudden we're getting this cool wind. Temps are supposed to drop by at least 10 degrees for tomorrow. It is feeling really nice. It was a warm one today. Fortunately, this camp spot here is in full shade, so it keeps the van a little cooler than being in full sun, but I don't get sun for my power needs. but I'd rather be cool, so. No rain yet though. Here it comes. Okay, it is dinner time in camp. I have my little charcoal grill set up, getting ready to throw a burger patty on there. I'm going to get that seasoned up. Tonight I am going to do Loco Moco. It is a Hawaiian kind of dish, which is rice, burger patty with a gravy and a fried egg on top. So we're going to start out getting this burger patty seasoned up. I am going to kind of saute some onions before I add the gravy mix, and it's going to be kind of sauteed onions within the gravy. A lot of different twists on this in Hawaii, but that's kind of one of the more traditional ways to do it. So let's get started. Okay, so for my burger patty, which is a very healthy burger patty, that's just under about a half a pound. Don't know if I'm going to be able to eat all that. Put a little garlic powder and some black pepper to season the patty. And for the gravy, I'm just going to use one of these McCormick packets because I don't have any flour. If you really want to make it good, you make your own gravy, season it as you like. I'll mix in that seasonings, just flattened out to a patty. Okay, that ought to work. We'll set that aside. Wash my paws up here. Next we'll start on getting this gravy going. Add a bunch of butter to the pan. Let these onions cook down. Sliced up some onions real thin. And those will cook down. Seems like a lot, but those should cook down, and I love onions. Should mention I have already made up a batch of rice in my pressure cooker. Did that a little bit ago. It's still warm. So that's sitting off to the side. Nice and buttery. Okay, it is gravy time. Those onions are nice and cooked down. I'm only going to use about half of this packet here. Yeah, that's good. Half a cup of water. I think the gravy is just about ready. I'm going to turn the heat off, set that aside, and we got to fry up an egg, get this all put together. Okay, we got our egg going there. And it is time to dish out some rice and start assembly here. Rice is still warm, perfect. This is basmati, my favorite rice. A little bit of gravy straight on the rice. Ooh, with those sauteed onions cooked right down. Now we're going in heavy with the gravy over the patty. Oh yeah. egg right on top. Just a little cilantro, dried cilantro. It's kind of my own touch there. And then we gotta go with a little chili crisp. Okay, and there's the finished product there.